Class 5A, 4A, 3A, and 2A are all wrapped up. It's time to get finalists in Class 1A here in downtown Des Moines, Iowa. Hello, everybody. Welcome inside the KC Center as we get ready for the first of two Class 1A semifinals, and we have a dandy in store for you today. It's the number one overall seed, the Golden Bears of Bishop Garrigan, taking on the Dunkerton Raiders. Hello, everybody, again. Welcome in courtside. My name is Zarin Agastal. She's the Hall of Famer, Tammy Blackstone. And, Tammy, what a matchup here. Bishop Garrigan is the team that's been here. They've won state championships. Dunkerton, the newcomers, going to try to dethrone the Golden Bears today.
Absolutely. I think we're in for a good one. Both these teams 2 days ago won by 20 points apiece. I don't think we're going to see a 20-point game today, so these teams are here. They're ready to play. They're ready for a fierce competition, and I hope that's what we're going to see here at the KC Center. And
crowds are filling in. Great crowds on both sides. Let's take a look at our road to states and how these two teams got here to this semifinal matchup. We'll start first with Dunkerton. They are the lower seed. They're the 5 seed overall. 23-2 this season. They defeated Linville Sully, the 4 seed, 60-39. I have a feeling what a day she had. 6 of 9 from beyond the arc, while Kylie Pexa scored 14 points and had 8 steals.
Absolutely. Dunkerton has incredible full court press defense. They swarm. Ava Fueling really just was absolutely feeling it. Those 6 3-pointers for her, they just kept falling, and I'm sure that they'll be looking for a repeat of that today.
23-2 for the Golden Bears of Bishop Garrigan. They defeated Key High, the 8th seed in the opening round, 64-42. Gracelyn Eastman is one of the best on the inside. Her footwork is so good. She's so good in the post, scored 24 points, had 14 rebounds for a double-double. She was 3 steals off a triple-double in that quarterfinal round. And Emmy Bartolo, she is one girl in this tournament that it doesn't matter where she is on the court. She will shoot. She's not afraid to shoot, and she will knock them down.
She is an absolute spark plug out there. Emmy Bartolo, really, she's their floor general. But Gracelyn Eastman, I mean, you talked about that performance. 24 points, 14 rebounds, 7 steals. She's all over the court, and she'll be facing up against Haley Kipp inside. So inside she will have quite a bit of resistance today. But the thing about Gracelyn Eastman, she didn't have to shoot inside. She'll pull it out to mid range as well. So we got quite a game here.
It is a high-powered Golden Bear offense and a very, very good Dunkerton Raider defense. That comes your way next. When we come back, Tammy will have her keys for success for both of these two teams. We'll come back to the KC Center at downtown Des Moines. This is the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-America.
About that performance, 24 points, 14 rebounds, 7 steals. She's all over the court, and she'll be facing up against Haley Kipp inside. So inside she will have quite a bit of resistance today. But the thing about Gracelyn Eastman, she didn't have to shoot inside. She'll pull it out to mid range as well. So we got quite a game here.
It is a high-powered Golden Bear offense and a very, very good Dunkerton Raider defense. That comes your way next. When we come back, Tammy will have her keys for success for both of these two teams. We'll come back to the KC Center at downtown Des Moines. This is the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Yeah, it's a trip when you hit the road. And when you know when you've arrived. It's a trip when you get everything you want. The burger and the fries, the creek and the crick, the city and the countryside. It's a trip when you're where you're meant to be. In this moment, in this bathroom mirror, looking like $1 million. And yeah, it's a trip when it goes by fast. Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours.
It's the simplest expression. The smallest thing that changes everything. A smile. So easy. A smile lights it up. Apologizes. And welcomes unconditionally. Because the shortest distance between two people is a smile.
Thank you.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
Back to a rainy downtown Des Moines, Iowa. Storms overnight here in the metro, and we have seen some firestorming of basketball games so far here inside the Casey's Center today. Bishop Garrigan, the Golden Bears, and the Raiders of Dunkerton getting set in our first of two Class 1A semifinals, trying to set up the championship matches for Saturday. Well, Tammy Blackstone has her keys to success. What do these two teams need to do to win this basketball game?
Yeah, for Bishop Garrigan, I think they need to be aggressive inside, and that is on both offense and defense. Eastman and Tiggs, really tough players. They're going to need to box out and get those defensive boards. They're also going to need to take it to Haley Kipp and try to get some good scores inside. For Dunkerton, pass for the open three. This is going to cause a lot of good things to happen. First of all, we talked about Ava Fueling and the hot day she had 2 days ago. So, of course, you can look for those threes, but passing against that tough Bishop Garrigan defense is also going to open up everything else, like your drives. And then for both teams, they're going to have to pass to break these presses. Both teams have great full court press. They're going to do it most of the game. Pass well, get the ball to the middle of the court, and try like everything you can to not pick it up right when you cross that half-court line and get trapped.
No doubt about that. Today's Seeds for Success were brought to you by Channel Seeds, your local seed dealer. Visit channelseed.com. We step away one more time. When we come back, we meet the teams and we tip it off here in Class 1A. The IGHSAU is presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Either you volunteer or hang with friends, play pickleball, read or follow trends. No matter what your retirement style, you deserve healthy eyes and a healthy smile. Some Medicare plans don't cover vision or dental. With Delta Dental, you can save on what's essential. Get coverage and take care of your health. It's peace of mind, so treat yourself. It's more affordable than you might think. Give us a call or visit this link.
As title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, we're proud to support this fantastic event. At the Iowa Farm Bureau, we believe that strong farms and strong schools fuel strong futures. Partnering with the Girls Union allows us to celebrate Iowa's youth while supporting and empowering the Iowa girl.
Reaching the state tournament is no small feat, and it takes a strong support system. Thanks to the Iowa Farm Bureau, we're able to honor students for their outstanding achievements in each of their sports and in the classroom. The Iowa Farm Bureau helps our organization provide awards, grants, and scholarships to honor excellence in athletics and academics.
Whether you're a student competing today or a fan cheering from home, we all play a role in making our state shine. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau
and the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union,
congratulations on a fantastic season and good luck.
Back inside the Casey Center with this, let's go and meet our teams for today's 1A semifinal.
Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union's storied history. Because our past is an integral part of what we do today, we ask that everyone in attendance please join in a round of applause to show our appreciation to all the women who have participated in high school athletics in Iowa. Once an Iowa girl, always an Iowa girl. The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union promotes good sportsmanship by everyone here present today. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants, officials, and spectators in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or abusive comments, or intimidating actions directed at officials, participants, coaches, team representatives, or event personnel will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. We thank you for your cooperation and invite you to just enjoy the game. All right, fans, it's now time to introduce the players and coaches in today's 1A semifinal matchup. Today's team intros are brought to you by Hy-Vee. First of all, here are your non-starters and assistant coaches for the Dunkerton Raiders. Number 10, Maddie Wells. Number 11, Alex Shaner. Number 20, Ella Fueling. Number 21, Addison Shaner. Number 22, Delaney Toneff. 23, Milena Boshin. And number 30, Taylor Kipp. Your assistant coaches, Brian Brungard, John Rothy, and Brittany Turpin. Now for Bishop Garrigan. Here are their non-starters and assistant coaches. Number 1, Brooklyn Birdie. Number 2, Alyssa Hogland. Number 5, Addison Ferris. Number 11, Shiloh Trainer. Number 14, Rakaya Nielsen. Number 22, Bree Ludwig. Number 30, Ava Rothler. 34, Lillian Erpelding Wickman. And number 42, Jenna Peterson. Your assistant coaches, Dr. Merle Tigas, Joe Bartolo, Mick Elbert, John Bartolo, and Lance Ludwig. And now, here's your starting lineup for this 1A semifinal. For Dunkerton at guard, a 5'8" junior number 2, Abby Weskow. For Bishop Garrigan at guard, a 5'5" senior number 10, Emmy Bartolo. For the Raiders at guard, a 5'8" junior number 3, Kylie Pexa. For the Golden Bears at forward, a 6' junior number 15, Gracelyn Eastman. For Dunkerton at guard, a 5'3" junior number 5, Ava Fueling. For Bishop Garrigan at guard, a 5'10" sophomore number 20, Madeline Tigas. For the Raiders at guard, a 5'7" senior number 12, Daisy Fetkether. For the Golden Bears at forward, a 5'8" senior number 23, Carly Nielsen. And for Dunkerton at forward, a 6' senior number 33, Haley Kipp. For Bishop Garrigan at guard, a 5'6" senior number 24, Sasha Alish. Head coach for the Raiders is Brad Turpin. For the Golden Bears, Brandon Schwab. Fans, now let me introduce to you our officials for today's 1A semifinal as assigned by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Your referee, Brad Van Rokel. Umpire, Troy Wolber. umpire Brent Behrens, and your bench official, Dan Dearland. All right, who's ready for state tournament basketball?
Hy-Vee is a proud sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle, the sponsor of today's starting lineup. We also want to thank the Iowa Farm Bureau, a proud sponsor of the IGHSAU and supporter of the Iowa Girl. Here we go. We are set to go. It is Eastman to jump along with Kip. Dunkerton in the red. The Golden Bears of Bishop Garrigan in the white. And the semifinal in Class 1A is underway. We've got a fight for the basketball already, something we figure we're going to see all day long.
Expect to see that swarming defense from both teams. There we saw it from Dunkerton. Fantastic start there with a swat by Haley Kipp.
Haley Kipp finds the block for the Raiders. She averages about 1.8, just about 2 blocks per game. She's got that one already. We're 10 seconds into this one. Bartolo set to inbound. She does to Tigges. Tigges will drive inside looking for 2, and another one, 2 blocks, and we're going to have a jump ball that will go to Dunkerton. 18 seconds into the game, Haley Kipp has 2 blocks defensively.
Absolutely. She's doing a great job underneath there, and that was a smart play there by Tigges taking it to the basket. She's a tough player as well, but just met with that wall and those long arms. Haley Kipp in the right spot, gets herself good position.
And so now Dunkerton will get their first opportunity on offense. Do have offensive weapons. We talked about Feeling. Pexa can score the basketball as well this season for the Raiders. And Bishop Garrigan not too shabby themselves on defense. As you see Eastman defending the inside and stepping on the, a travel is going to be called against Westcow.
See Dunkerton here in this full court pressure.
This is something that Garrigan will do defensively as well. Garrigan breaks it nicely. Garrigan does see it quite a few times in the offense. There's Bartolo open for a 3. Ooh, in and out. Rare miss by Bartolo. She's dangerous from beyond the arc.
Absolutely she is. Nice grab there by Abby Waskow, getting herself in the mix.
Fielding has the basketball now. Kipp. The 3 is on the way, and it is good. Waskow knocks down the triple. And just like that, Dunkerton leads 3-0.
Dunkerton is really an outside threat. Not only can Wasco put it down, but also, of course, Fueling and Pexa as well.
Carly Nielsen wide on that 3-point attempt. And so that will go back to Dunkerton now. 6:36 to go here in this opening quarter. And Dunkerton with a chance to extend their lead, which is already 3-0. See the fight inside. It's actually Nielsen and Kipp. Now Eastman will come over and help on defense. So that's the defensive assignment that Bishop Garrigan has decided to go with Nielsen working on Kipp and getting some help from Eastman.
Yeah, I think that's smart. I think Eastman she's pretty versatile. I think they kind of want her to be able to stretch out and defend against the drive as well. So that makes sense.
And that one will be thrown away. Yeah, with her length, if she gets out on the perimeter, if Fueling or somebody wants to take a 3, they're going to have to shoot probably over and outstretched arms of Eastman.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Eastman is not strictly an inside player by any means. She is all over the half court.
Tigges picked up her dribble. She nearly lost it. Then it was nearly stolen. Bartolo somehow comes out with it. Alish for a 3. That is no good. And the rebound comes out to Dunkerton. A couple of missed 3-pointers here to start the game for the 3-point stars of Bishop Garrigan and Bartolo and Eastman. And now we've got another fight for a loose ball. That'll be a jump ball this time. Goes back to Bishop Garrigan. Second jump ball we've had in less than 3 minutes of basketball.
That's great defense there by the Golden Bears. They got right through that screen up top by Haley Kipp and causing all kinds of problems on the drive.
Alish to Bartolo trying to break this full court pressure of Dunkerton. They've worked it really nicely so far. Haven't really had much of a problem with it. Their issue has been trying to find a basket. Tigges up and under, and she scores. She does that really well as a young player.
Yeah, that's a really nice move there by the 5'10 sophomore, Tigges.
Just a sophomore, has had a fine sophomore season for the Golden Bears. Pexa gets it off to Fueling. Now Kipp will work on Eastman. Kipp in the lane. She'll try for 2, and that one is no good. As Eastman had good defense, Kip made a nice move, just couldn't quite get it to go.
Yeah, that's a nice one-on-one matchup, and they didn't see any need for a double team there, and just it was 2 good players fighting it out again.
Look at that. 3 or 4 times both Eastman and Kip are going up for it.
Yeah.
Those 2 are battling inside.
Yep.
Let's watch this one again. This is Tigas up and under. Look at that move. Just rolls it in. Bartolo set to inbound from the baseline for the Golden Bears. Gets it into Alish. Alish nearly lost it out of bounds. She stepped out of bounds. And another turnover back to Dunkerton. Dunkerton is led throughout as we're closing in on the halfway point of this opening quarter.
Not a big score on the scoreboard yet, but despite that, we've seen a lot of activity, a lot of good basketball here from these teams already today.
There's a drive inside for 2, no good. Offensive rebound, out of bounds. There to grab it was Boshin, but just couldn't quite corral it all the way.
Man, Boshin was key 2 days ago. She is a freshman that comes in and contributes significantly off the bench.
Tigas traveled. And that will go back to Dunkerton. Another turnover for the Golden Bears. They've racked up a few of them here in the early goings of this one. 4:37 in this opening quarter. 3-2. Dunkerton is led entirely.
In the semifinals, Dunkerton forced 19 turnovers and scored 19 points off of those turnovers.
Out of bounds off of the Golden Bears. It will stay with Dunkerton again. It did hit the rim and then go out of bounds, so it'll be a fresh 35 here for Dunkerton when this ball comes back in play. And Kip will have it. They're going to go about a corner 3 instead. Pulling it down was Waskow. Back to Kip. She's going to try a 3. In and out, no good. Offensive rebound for Dunkerton. Again, can't quite get it to go there for Pexa. Great rebound, though, in the middle of the Golden Bears.
Yep, Eastman putting a stop to that after 2 chances there for Dunkerton.
Eastman in the lane. She left it short.
It's a rare miss. She's got really nice touch around the basket. Don't expect to see too many misses from her tonight.
And so Dunkerton will get another opportunity. Pull up for 3 is no good. Kip the rebound. Can she get back up with it? She's got 3 bodies on her. Decides to get rid of it. And they'll pull it back out and restart their offense. They'll give it back to Kip. Kip working on Eastman. Kip for 2, and she scores.
Great possession there by Haley Kip. Just smart, grabbing that ball underneath the basket, kicking it out to her teammates, knowing, hey, if I'm open again, they'll get it back to me, and they did.
Alish on a drive inside. She gives it back to Eastman. Eastman out to Bartolo. Bartolo for 3 is good. Top of the key, open for 3, and Bartolo knocks that one down. We've got a timeout on the floor. We are knotted up at 5-5 with 3:17 to go. Just a 30-second timeout. So we're going to keep it right here. You know, we thought maybe we would get a defensive battle. Both of these offenses can score, but the way these two teams play defense is so fundamentally well that we thought maybe it could be a low-scoring affair, and that's what we've had so far.
Yeah, it absolutely is. It has not been sloppy basketball. It's not been bad at all. It's been swarming, hands up. Everyone knows their assignments. They stick with it, and they've really stopped a lot of opportunities, so no one's had an easy shot this whole game.
And we have seen quite a few turnovers, 3 for Dunkerton, 2 for Bishop Garrigan. So same amount of turnovers as we have points between the both teams. But a lot of those turnovers, to your point, have been forced by the defense. They haven't just been, throwing it 5 rows deep in the stands.
No, absolutely. Everything has been a pass being pressured, having to adjust, and to tough defense on both sides. You're right.
Dunkerton Bishop Garrigan puts on a little bit of pressure. And there's a 3 on the way. That is no good. A rebound goes to Eastman, and Bartolo will get it up to Alish. Seisha Alish across the line. A multi-sport athlete for Bishop Garrigan. Very good on the softball diamond as well. And Eastman, I think, traveled. She did.
She can go a long ways with one step, but that was a little too far.
And so Dunkerton, this is what Bishop Garrigan will do. Sometimes they'll put on some light pressure, or some coaches call it nuisance pressure. And then sometimes they'll go with their lockdown pressure in the backcourt. Don't go with it the entire game. Kip trying to work inside. She'll be too strong, and Eastman will have the rebound.
Good defense there by Eastman, just nice and straight up, no foul.
Kip has not been afraid inside either. She has just gone to work. Alish gets it back out to Nielsen. Nielsen inside, hop step back to Bartolo, looking for a second three. This time it's long, and a great rebound for the Raiders, as getting up to get that one was Boshin. Went against two Golden Bears to pull down the rebound for Dunkerton. Dunkerton, the 5 seed, trying to make a state championship for the first time in school history. That three is off the mark, no good, and now Nielsen's got the rebound, and we stay at 5-5 here in the early goings of this one. Bartolo will go to the right side. The Rothler is in, back cut to Nielsen. She put it too strong. And then she's going to be called for a foul.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play. Great give and go cut. Nice high-low action there, but didn't fall that time, but I'd like to see that one again.
Let's watch it again. Just a bit too strong off the window. Got pretty open, but sometimes there is a too open, I think.
Absolutely, and you're expecting contact, and so you might go a little bit harder because you're expecting to meet a defender down there.
So Dunkerton will get it back after the foul. That is just the first foul called in this basketball game. And that one will go up and over the top of the backboard, as that one was sent a little bit strong by Pexa. And so a turnover.
She's just trying to make something happen there for her team against that tough defense. That time didn't quite go.
Tigges on Kip for two. That's no good. Rebound. Eastman for a moment trying to get it out to Alish. Over to Bartolo for a three from the left side, and she buries it. Emmy Bartolo's the second three. Timeout Dunkerton, and now Bishop Garrigan for the first time in the game leads with 1:25 to go in the opening quarter. Bartolo just so dangerous from the outside. Let's watch this one again, as Rother did a good job of finding Bartolo open. She sets her feet and she knocks it down.
Bartolo has such a nice shot there from outside. 2 for 4 so far today.
I've been fortunate to watch Bartolo for all 4 of her years in her high school, and there is times where she'll pull up from 28, 30. I mean, I've seen her pull up from logos before. Not all of them, they go in.
Sure.
But sometimes I think Bishop Garrigan uses those deep threes from Alish and Bartolo offensively. They're either going to go in, or you're going to give Eastman inside a really good opportunity. And before Eastman, of course, Audie Crooks, who's at Iowa State now.
Right.
You miss a deep three like that, Audie is there to clean it up and put it back in. Eastman kind of plays the same way.
Absolutely. Treat it like a pass.
And so it'll be Dunkerton now. Bartolo going for the steal. The ball is loose. Alish will come up with it. It'll be Alish going to the rim, and Alish will score, and she is fouled.
That was incredible control there by Alish, able to kind of twist her body and lay it in.
Seisha will play basketball for the Knights of Wartburg next year, and this is what the Orange are going to get next season. What a great play there by Alish.
Fantastic control there.
She'll have a chance at a three-point play. She'll knock it down. Used to hitting three-pointers, but she gets a three-pointer that different way. Now another steal for Bishop Garrigan as Alish has got it back once again. The defense for the Golden Bears starting to clamp down and pick up. Here's a three on the way. That is good. 3 straight threes, and now a turnover for Dunkerton.
Garrigan, they're picking up the defense. They came up and put more pressure on, able to get that turnover and convert it to a three-pointer. Exactly what they want.
They're going to say that one was kept in bounds for Dunkerton for a moment. As we watch this replay from moments ago, the Garrigan defense is clamping down. Here's a 2-point basket, no good. And Eastman trying to grab the rebound. She'll lose it out of bounds. It will stay with Dunkerton. 14-5, just like that. We have raced out to a 14-5 lead. We were just 5-5 a moment ago.
Happened really fast. The Golden Bears came on strong. Couple of stops, couple of scores, and some steals.
An answer three is no good for Dunkerton. And Tigges wants to race down the floor. Tigges will pull it back out. Ferris into the game for the first time, had it for a moment. Now it's to Alish. And Tigas will drive inside, try to go to Eastman. Kip did a great job of poking that one away. And we're going to have a blocking foul called the other way on Bishop Garrigan. That one will be on Rothler. IMT substitution. Be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com as Emmy Bartolo will come in for the Golden Bears. Ava Feeling will come back in for the Raiders. Alyssa Hogland will come in as well for Bishop Garrigan. So the Golden Bears have gone 8 deep. There are 5 starters and 3 off the bench. So far it's been 7 for Dunkerton. Kip inside, has her shot blocked by Eastman. Eastman is number 4 in Class 1A in blocks this season. At the buzzer, it is no good by Addison Ferris. Bishop Garrigan is pulled out to a lead, Tammy.
Absolutely. You know, the Raiders kind of keep going inside there to Haley Kip, and I think they might need to change their tack and mix it up a little bit, do some passing on the outside, and see if they can get some more things open.
We'll come back after this. 14-5, Bishop Garrigan leads on the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company. Okay.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Fuel choice that's cheaper, homegrown, and better for the planet? Now that's worth the hype. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
From homeowners to small businesses, Iowa banks know what it means to invest in the future. Their customer relationships are built on shared values and earn trust. Iowa Banks, your partner through it all. As we get into the second quarter, is Dunkerton trailing Bishop Garrigan after Dunkerton got out to an early lead. Bishop Garrigan has come storming back to lead 14-5. And it'll be Dunkerton now that will set up on offense, trying to get it into Ava Fueling. Had a big game in the quarterfinals. Have not heard from her a whole lot yet. They do get it into Kip for 2. It's left short. Kip will grab her own rebound. Kip backdoor pass. It is up, and it is good. A great feed inside to Daisy Fedkether.
Really nice teamwork there by the Raiders. Just wasn't there for Kip, finding her teammate. That's how it's supposed to work.
That ends a Bishop Garrigan run. And a scoreless drought for Dunkerton. Now you get a stop on a miss by Tigas, and you got a chance to add on more here for Dunkerton, trying to fight back in. Fueling had it for a moment. Fedkether. Here's a 3 by Fueling, and that is good. Ava Fueling buries a 3.
That's what the Raiders have been looking for, is that opportunity. I like they've been passing a little bit more. They've been driving, kicking out, creating those opportunities instead of just trying to pound it inside, and paid off there.
Bartolo will answer the 5-0 spurt by Dunkerton with a little bit of a runner. And Dunkerton quickly back down the court. They'll go into Kip. Kip in the lane. Has her shot blocked by Eastman. Nearly stolen back. Go to extra effort there by Pexa as she nearly got the steal, but Bishop Garrigan able to hang on to it. Now they'll go inside. Running the floor is Eastman, but can't get it to go. Here comes Dunkerton. We're 3-on-3 all the way in. From coast to coast for Pexa, and she's fouled and will go to the free throw line.
Dunkerton now having to really, you see a spark in them right now. Sometimes all you need is just to have a couple of those shots fall and you kind of turn into a different team, and so you're seeing them find their confidence here and moving the ball better, and that was a great fast break there by Pexa.
First free throw is no good by Pexa, a 54% free throw shooter, everybody on this Dunkerton team is all about the same when it comes to free throw shooting. Nobody really jumps off the chart. Everybody right around that 45 to 50% range this season. And that one is up, and it is good by Pexa, so they stay on about average there, right around the 50% mark. 16 to 11, a 5-point lead for the Golden Bears. Eastman, Nielsen, now Tigges. $20 on the shot clock for Alish. Seisha will go in the lane. She'll look for 2 off the glass, and she scores.
The Bears have a couple of such strong players. Alish is so strong. Tigges is so strong.
Racing back the other way was Waskow. Can't get it to go as Dunkerton trying to waste no time, but left it short. Alish will pull up from 3. It is long, no good. A rebound will come to Pexa. Pexa gives it off to Kip, and Kip is going to come down the floor with it. Kip inside the lane, now gets it back out to Boshin. Boshin driving the left side, and her shot does not go with the left hand. Bartolo, the point guard, surveying with it. They're going to say that one goes out of bounds, poked out by Pexa. And so Bishop Garrigan will hang on to it. 5:19 to go, second quarter, 18 to 11. Nielsen is the trigger. Bartolo and Alish play catch. They'll feed it into Tigges. Tigges for 2. It is good.
It's a nice look there underneath. Tigges is just, has had some really strong moves today, and nice to see one fall there for her.
Tigges plays that inside so tough. Now into Kip. Kip turnaround jumper is no good. She's fouled, though, by Eastman. So now Kip will go to the free throw line. We've seen her move inside the lane quite a bit. This time she tries the mid-range. What'd you see there?
Yeah, she does. Eastman's been extremely effective on defense here against Haley Kipp. She's gotten a lot of block shots here today, but Haley Kipp, credit to her, she's sticking with it. That time you saw her get a little further outside the lane, able to draw the foul.
First one no good, 65% free throw shooter. 9-point Bishop Garrigan lead with 4:57 to go in the second. We have seen some incredible basketball games so far today here in the semifinals, and we'll have championships for the first time this season later tonight. As we have 2 more semifinals, this one and 1 more to go, and then we start with championships in Class 5A and 3A later this evening. Eastman looks inside at Tigges. It's taken away. Steal by Dunkerton. Here come the Raiders down the floor. In transition, they'll slow it up now, start their offense. Kip at the free throw line. Kip is going to work on Eastman again. Kip inside out with the left hand. She's back to the free throw line.
It's a nice move there by Haley Kipp, not able to put it in, but getting that critical, another foul there on Eastman. That makes a big difference. Here we see it again. Nice ball fake. And the crossover.
First free throw is good by Kip.
And because of that move, we see Eastman take a seat, and we get a little bit of a breather.
So Eastman will go to the Golden Bear bench. Nielsen will come back in again. Nielsen is one that they like to put defensively in the posts. Both free throws go from Kip. It's a 7-point lead. Bartolo, who has knocked down a couple of threes in this game. Alish has it now. She has an old-fashioned three-point play. And she'll miss this one. Rebounded and put back up. Also no good. Nielsen, though, third opportunity for the Golden Bears.
Really great job there on the boards, getting themselves a third opportunity here.
Bartolo looking for space. Great defense. Nielsen is fouled.
Nice possession there by the Golden Bears.
Yeah, good eyes there by Bartolo. She was dribbling all around the place. She went from top of the key to left side into the corner, came into the short corner, and then she saw Nielsen in the middle. Just good vision there by the point guard.
Yeah.
And Nielsen's first free throw is up, and it is no good. Nielsen so far this year, 70% coming into this tournament, 12 of 17 from the free throw line. She makes the back half, and we'll have a timeout. It'll be a full timeout. We'll step away as well. The Golden Bears of Bishop Garrigan And Coach Schwab will take a timeout with their lead of 21-13 with 4:04 to go until halftime. You're watching the IGHSAU State Basketball Championships presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Back inside, you see the Dunkerton cheerleaders there in front of us. They were trying to pump up their crowd right behind us. I'm Sarah Negestal. She's Tammy Blackstone. Bishop Garrigan leads 21-13. Coach Schwab uses a timeout here. And maybe just a breather timeout. We've been running up and down the floor a little bit.
Absolutely. These two teams have been going hard. We haven't always seen the full court pressure on every possession, but we have seen a really swarming, tough defense in the half court, and that does get tiring. We've also seen it take these teams a little bit on their heels on their offense, but that just takes a little bit of time. And as you mentioned, Sarah, in that last possession by the Bears, it just showed so much patience and court sight, and that's what they're going to need to continue.
Now Bishop Garrigan will pick up that trap in the backcourt. Dunkerton was able to break it. Again, Bishop Garrigan doesn't use that the full game. They use it in spurts. It's kind of random sometimes, so you don't know when it's coming. That's the surprise with it when they put on that full court pressure. Dunkerton did a good job of breaking it. Now they only have 9 seconds, though, to do something here offensively. Fielding has it. Fielding will give it off to Pexa. Pexa inside now, back out to Waskow. And they got to put a shot up. They're not going to get one. It's going to be a shot clock violation.
Yeah. Well, we're quite aware. Yeah, we're aware there of that shot clock. Good defense, causing that turnover.
So the Golden Bears force a turnover with a shot clock violation, and now they'll get it back. A chance to extend their lead. As they'll move it around the horn, give it off to Bartolo, who splashes in another three. Bartolo, nothing but net, but now here comes Dunkerton racing back the other way in transition. Trying to catch the Golden Bears off guard after the made three. Turnaround jumper from the free throw line by Kipp is in and out, no good. And Bishop Garrigan's got a rebound. Contiguous corral it near the bench. She's able to. Now we're 5-on-4. Bishop Garrigan has got numbers, and Bartolo going to try to use them. And she misses the three-point basket. It was 5-on-4 for Bishop Garrigan, which left Bartolo with an open three. Just couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, Bartolo with 3, though, on the night. You know, that last possession, Sarah, and it's funny, they've been pounding it inside to Haley Kipp all day against Eastman. Now that Eastman's on the bench, she took an outside shot. This is the opportunity here for the Raiders to get that ball inside, take advantage of that height advantage, and let Kipp have her way underneath the basket.
24-13, largest lead for the Golden Bears as they continue to add on here. But it'll be Dunkerton with the basketball as soon as we clean up something at the scorer's table. And here we go with Dunkerton. They have the basketball, 27 on the shot clock. Coming off a shot clock violation a moment ago. And they set up their offense this time. Fielding will go to Kipp. Kipp has it poked away. The ball is loose on the floor. Bishop Garrigan steals it. And here comes Nielsen. But Nielsen is 1-on-3. She'll smartly pull that one out and wait for help from her teammates. Here's Alish now. Alish will give it off to Bartolo with 2:15. Bartolo will switch it back to Alish. Alish looking for an opening, and a foul is going to be called on a reach-in there by Pexa.
Pexa's such an aggressive defender. Every once in a while I just get called for that, but she's always just looking to get her hands, disrupt.
It's only foul number 1 of the ball game on Pexa, just the second of this quarter called against Dunkerton. We have not really been in foul trouble with anybody or even teams close to bonuses.
Those 2 fouls for Gracelyn Eastman does have her on the bench, likely here till the half.
That one thrown up by Bartolo is no good, and the rebound is out of bounds. Who touched it last? They're going to say that Bartolo reached in and got a piece of that, so it'll stay with Dunkerton. And Bishop Garrigan will pick up some light pressure here. Looking for a trap near half court. It is broken by Dunkerton, and now they can get into their offense. Kip open inside. Can she work on Nielsen? And it's too strong, no good. And the rebound is going to be a jump ball that goes back to Bishop Garrigan. They got it inside to Kip, but she left it a bit strong.
Yeah, that's the mismatch I wanted, though. There is an absolute mismatch inside right now. Kip has the absolute height advantage. Wasn't able to put it in that time. I think she's used to turning around and finding Gracelyn Eastman there, but Eastman's on the bench, and now's your time.
She did throw that one a little bit higher than she has been, so I wonder if that was it, as she was used to having Eastman there.
Yeah, now's the time to plant her right under the basket and get it into her.
The Golden Bears trying to add on to their lead, leading by 11. Tigges inside against 3 defenders. It does not matter for Tigges.
Really strong move there by Tigges. Just a sophomore.
And now a fight for a loose ball, and Tigges is going to pick up a foul.
Yep. Just her first foul there.
And let's watch the replay here of this one, as Alish will hand it off to Tigges. 3 defenders there, does not matter for Tigges, and kind of cool. Tigges has her dad, Merle Tigges, on the bench this year for Bishop Garrigan. Merle spent so many years coaching at North Union, led North Union to a state tournament quite a few years ago, and stepped away from coaching the Warriors of North Union to come be an assistant here with Coach Schwab and Bishop Garrigan. Kind of a cool moment there for the Tigges family. And for Coach Schwab, that's got to be nice having another head coach essentially on your bench.
Absolutely. What an advantage.
Head coach that has, again, brought a team to a state tournament before himself. Nielsen inside, now back out. And a drive off to Tigges. Good pass, and Tigges finishes. The pass from Ferris. And then travel is called on Dunkerton, and Bishop Garrigan will get it back.
It's a nice series there for Bishop Garrigan as they extend their lead.
Golden Bears lead by 15. They'll get the basketball back with 39 seconds to go in the second quarter. Golden Bears do have 4 fouls called on them now in this quarter, so but with just 34 seconds, might not be a factor. Nielsen will hand it off to Ferris. Ferris, 3-second differential between game clock and shot clock. Nielsen inside to Tigges. Her shot left short this time. Kip has got it with the shot clock off. And Kip has it nearly taken away by Bartolo. Out of bounds off of Bartolo. She almost had a steal there. She would have been right at the bucket.
Absolutely. Really good basketball here out of the Golden Bears.
Bishop Garrigan will put up the pressure now to try to force as much time on this clock as possible. Not allowing Dunkerton to get a good look, but Dunkerton able to break it. They're going to get a look with 3. Dunkerton with 2. Kip at the buzzer. Scores it at the buzzer. Count the basket. And Kip able to lay it in to give some relief to Dunkerton heading into the locker room.
That's got to feel good to get that last one there before you head to the locker room and have a reset. Here, we'll see it again. It's a great pass inside.
Oh, man. She had the seal just perfectly.
She did.
Look at that for Kip.
Going with a bit of confidence to halftime as you try to kind of reset and figure out what you need to do here in the second half.
Yeah, we'll touch on that point when we come back. We're going to take a break here at the halftime. 28-15 is the current lead in favor of the Golden Bears of Bishop Garrigan, the number 1 seed, trying to get back to another state championship game. We'll come back. You're watching the IGHSAU State Basketball Championships presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Oh, it looks like you spilled some grease.
Grills are multiplying and you need flavor that's bold.
There's nothing left for you to do
but to go to Fairway, your dream for Midwest meat. It's the one you need. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, you better stake up. Fairway and meat go hand in hand.
This dream is meant for you and me.
Poultry, pork, and beef, your home for Midwest meat. It's
Fairway, it's the one you need.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/WeCare to meet the people behind the pork and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
Excuse me, man. You dropped this.
Health powers life, from the delightfully routine to the truly uncharted. Sometimes life takes an unexpected turn, like receiving a cancer diagnosis. At Mercy One, you have access to a team of cancer experts with advanced technologies and holistic therapies for the cancer care you need close to home. Our team will guide you every step of the way, ensuring you're ready no matter what life brings next. Find care at mercyone.org/healthpowerslife.
SWIC is a community. Southwestern Community College is a place in rural southwest Iowa where students from across the world come to be a part of a tight-knit family, Spartan Nation, where they study, train, grow, thrive, and are called by name, not by number. At SWIC, we are one.
It takes a village to care for a patient. From all of the various people, if you come see us, that you'll meet. Every one of those people, we try to get people that are committed to making that the best experience that they can do.
I think the breadth of coverage that we're able to provide, I think is unique. All of these different facets that all intertwine are what allow us to take care of the community the way that I feel they should.
At DMOS, we're here when you need us.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Back to downtown Des Moines as you see the Ankeny Centennial Dance Team performing here at halftime. Right before them was the Alburnett Dance Team, and it's great to see more than just the basketball athletes get out onto the floor and show off their craft. The dance teams all week have been so incredible, Tammy.
It is. There's been a lot of talent down here at the Casey Center, and not just our basketball players, and fun too for these dance teams to be able to perform for a big crowd down here, and the crowd is always so excited to see them as well.
28-15 our score here at halftime. Let's take a look at our Sioux Cup stats here in the first half. Our stats brought to you by our friends at Sioux Cup. Thank you for sponsoring the IGHSAU and the Iowa Girl. And I've noticed a couple of things, but let's start first with you, Tammy. What are things that are kind of jumping out of the stat page for you?
Yeah, they're down at the bottom of the screen. You see the turnovers, and Dunkerton's had 8. Garrigan's had a handful as well with 5. But what I do notice is that the Golden Bears have been able to score 11 of their 28 points off of those turnovers. So they're really making it count. And so Dunkerton's going to have to come out taking even better care of the ball.
You know, Bishop Garrigan's not too far off of their season average here at halftime. One of the things that jumped out to me, Graceland Eastman, 8 rebounds for her today, but she has yet to score. That just shows you how many different weapons that Bishop Garrigan has. They're right on pace on their season average without scores from their big inside.
Exactly. And Graceland Eastman, she puts up 20-point games regularly, but Emmy Bartolo, always very reliable, but I've really been impressed by Madeline Tigas. She's a sophomore. She steps up. She knew that Eastman was on the bench, maybe in a little foul trouble. Tigas steps up, so strong, and Alish as well. And so you're right. They have a lot of different weapons, and they also have some great reserves. Hoagland, Ferris, and Ruffler all coming off the bench and contributing.
Scoring is kind of spread out on the side for Dunkerton. 6 for Kep. Fetkether has a pair. 3 for Fueling here. Pexa has 1. Waskow has 3. So really spread out with the scoring. We're not seeing anybody kind of jump off the page like we did in the quarterfinal rounds.
Yeah, Dunkerton has really been focused on getting it into Haley Kipp, and as a fellow post player, I appreciate it, but I think they got to mix it up a little bit. I think that we need to have Pexa and Fueling more involved here in their offense. That will open it up better inside for Haley Kipp as well. The more they pass it around and look for those outside shots, outside drives, it's going to shift that defense, and then if they want to look into Haley Kipp, she might have better position at that point on Eastman, but she has just not been very effective at getting it over that Eastman block shot.
Well, those are our stats here at the halftime. The fans inside the arena are getting some snacks from the cheerleaders that are being thrown out into the crowd on both the Bishop Garrigan side and the Dunkerton side. There you go, the Dunkerton cheerleaders throwing out all the fun snacks here at halftime of this one. 28-15, we come back. We will send somebody to a state championship game when we come back. This is the IGHSAU Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Yeah, it's a trip when you hit the road. And when you know when you've arrived. It's a trip when you get everything you want. The burger and the fries, the creek and the crick, the city and the countryside. It's a trip when you're where you're meant to be. In this moment, in this bathroom mirror, looking like $1 million. And yeah, it's a trip when it goes by fast. Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours.
It's the simplest expression. The smallest thing that changes everything. A smile. So easy. A smile lights it up. Apologizes. And welcomes unconditionally. Because the shortest distance between two people is a smile.
Thank you.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
We hope you're enjoying all the great competition you're seeing here today. At the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, we're grateful for the incredible support that makes this event possible. None more vital or valued than the proud title sponsor, Iowa Farm Bureau. With me here today is Brent Johnson, president of the Iowa Farm Bureau, to explain why their organization invests in and supports the Girls Union.
Thanks, Aaron. The Iowa Farm Bureau has been the title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union for more than 2 decades now. The athletes competing here today represent the very best of our nation's student athletes, driven, dedicated, and committed to teamwork. At the Iowa Farm Bureau, we share those same values. Our farmers lead the nation not only in the production of corn, hogs, eggs, and ethanol, but also in the implementation of a number of innovative soil and water conservation practices which hold soil in place and reduce runoff. These shared values unite Iowa's student athletes and farm families, and our partnership with the Girls Union gives us the perfect opportunity to celebrate that commitment to excellence statewide.
Thank you, Brent. We appreciate the Iowa Farm Bureau's ongoing support and the role you play in helping Iowa's girls shine.
Back here inside the Casey's Center in downtown Des Moines, Zaret Eggestal, Tammy Blackstone with you. 28-15 the lead here. We have already picked up our championship participants in Class 5A, 4A, 3A. And then today, so far, we've got 2A, and now we're going to do 1A. We'll play a couple of state championships later today. Fun week of basketball here in Des Moines, Tammy.
It has been, and Zarin, you had a good one last night. How does it feel to be a little bit internet famous today? You want to talk about the game you had yesterday?
I am not famous. Ava Schmid is famous. She's the one that did all the work. I just talked about it, but pretty cool there. And it's got a few million views, but all the hard work there was Ava Schmid. A complete effort play by her. But that's the type of plays that helps you win at a state championship, clearly. And we've seen that from multiple different athletes across all these classes all week long. Just those extra effort plays, whether it's one or two in a row, can help propel your team.
Yeah, there have been some really exciting games down here, and that win there, that 6-point swing by Dallison Grimes, 3 quick buckets there by Schmidt underneath was pretty exciting. And people all over the country today and yesterday have been watching the Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament, which we like.
Yeah, we absolutely do like to see the Iowa girl being spread all across the state. We think that the Iowa girls are the best of the 50 states. And we've got a fight inside for a ball, and we'll have a foul on the floor. And so Bishop Garrigan will pick up their first foul of this quarter, just 16 seconds into it. What can Dunkerton do here? And that's going to be a travel on Kip. Just took an extra gather step as she was trying to grab that basketball. And so a turnover goes back to Bishop Garrigan. Bartolo with it. Golden Bears lead this basketball game. They've led by as many as 15 in this game. And now a travel on Tigges. So back-to-back travels. Both teams starting off with a turnover here.
Yep, just coming out a little bit maybe on their heels and getting the swing of it again. You know, you have to think that Dunkerton spent their halftime talking about what they can do different here on offense, how they can find some open girls and create some more opportunities for themselves. Here we're seeing them pass it around a little bit more. Once again, back into Kip.
And Kip will go to the free throw line. That's on Eastman. That's going to be her third. Eastman picked up 2 and sat most of that quarter. It won't be. They're going to get Nielsen on the backside. And for Nielsen, I believe that's her third. It is. So now Nielsen's got 3. So that's something to keep an eye on as Kip makes the first one. And Nielsen will have to go to the Bishop Garrigan bench. So either way, it was going to be trouble there for Bishop Garrigan. Either Nielsen gets 3 or Eastman gets 3.
Right.
Rothler will come back in. She will play inside. That one is missed by Kip, and Tigges has grabbed the board for the Golden Bears. The 4th rebound of the game for Tigges. Alish will give it off to Tigges this time. Back outside to Bartolo. Floater in the lane for Bartolo. Spins out. Eastman the rebound, and she scores her first score in this game.
Nice grab there by Eastman, and that's what we saw. We've seen so much from her all season is grabbing those boards. She has really good hands and being able to put it back quick.
That's her 9th rebound of the game as well. So just about to double figures in rebounds as Kip will send this one back out. Fetkether goes back inside to Kip. Turnaround 2 from Kip is no good, and the rebound comes to the Golden Bears. Bartolo will bring it back across the line. Bartolo will survey with it. Eastman in the middle of the lane, looking for back-to-back. She cannot get it. Golden Bears fight for the rebound. They'll get a second chance. Bartolo back inside to Eastman, and Eastman will go to the free throw line as Kip is going to pick up her second foul.
It's a great rebound there by Ava Rothler, crashing into the lane. I saw her jump up and get that among 3 defenders, causing another opportunity for her teammates.
And Eastman with another rebound as well. That gives her 10 now for the game. Her first free throw of these 2 is missed. So double-figure rebounds now for Gracelyn Eastman as she has grabbed her 10th. She'll get one more free throw, and she'll knock this one down. Gives her 3 points now and extends the Golden Bear lead to 31-16. And now it's turned over. Bartolo has got it. And Bartolo racing the other way. Tries to go inside to Eastman. It's tipped by Kip into the hands of Waskow. Back to Kip. A three for Fielding. That's no good. Offensive rebound for Dunkerton. The Raiders will keep it. Now they turn it over, and Eastman's got it back.
That was the right look there by Fueling. That's time for the Raiders to be putting up some of those threes, and she can certainly hit that shot.
Step back three, Bartolo, no. Another rebound by Kip. That gives her a 7th rebound in this game. Cross court, Fueling's going to step into a three. It's no good, and Eastman's got another rebound.
Yeah. Again, that's the right shot. You got to have somebody in there underneath to pick up those rebounds and keep the ball alive for you.
Good backdoor cut from Alish to Tigas. They score. Timeout. Dunkerton, a full timeout. And so far in the third quarter, it has been all of the Golden Bears. 33-16. We'll take a break. We'll come back to the IGHSAU State Basketball Championships presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Back inside the Casey's Center here. That's a look at the Bishop Garrigan crowd across the way. Let's take a look at that one once again as Alish just eyes down the court at all times. The cut from Tigas and a beautiful basket.
Absolutely. Really good teamwork there. Just good court sight and being able to see where you're going and see what teammate is open and get yourself that easy shot. Great look there.
And for Bishop Garrigan, they have raced out to an early one here in the second quarter as they extend on to their lead, outscoring Dunkerton 5-1 here so far in the third.
Now we see Bishop Garrigan with that full court press.
Dunkerton trying to break it. Eastman's got a steal. Eastman gives it off. And now a fight for it. Alish comes up with it. Her shot no good. Kip will get her 8th rebound and a foul is called. And again, we play the game of who's it going to be on. And I believe it's going to go on Rothler.
I think that was on Rothler.
Yep. So that'll be her second. As both her and Eastman were there. And Dunkerton now on a drive inside. Hexa will go for two. Her shot no good. Kip looking for another rebound. It comes out of her hands. It's loose on the floor. Kip has got it from the free throw line. It's no good. And again, 4 bodies looking for the rebound, and the foul is called. Extra effort there from Dunkerton, and they're going to be rewarded with a trip to the free throw line.
The Raiders, they're looking a little bit rushed. They were scrambling as soon as they would grab the ball. They were putting it up there. This isn't the time in the game where they need to be frantic. Certainly time is of the essence, but they can pass it around a little bit and look for those good shots. But you're absolutely right, Zarin. They ended with something good and getting themselves to the line.
The freshman Boshin will go to the free throw line. Her first free throw is good. Ferris will come in. Eastman's going to go to the Bishop Garrigan bench. That'll be an IMT substitution. Be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com. Boshin will get one more free throw to try to claw Dunkerton 1 point closer, and she will. Both free throws are made by the young freshman. Bartolo will come across the line. She's been playing for Bishop Garrigan since she was a freshman. So is Alish. Alish inside for two. It is up and it is good as Alish scores 2. That was a good year for Bishop Garrigan, winning a state championship back in 2023. These girls won one as a freshman. They're looking to add another one to that trophy case.
Yeah, these seniors were able to play with Audie Crooks and Molly Joyce and be part of that championship team, and absolutely, they're looking to get one of their own here and during their senior year.
7 straight trips here for the Golden Bears as Alish will try for 3. That is off the mark, no good, and the rebound will go to Dunkerton as Waskow will come with it across the line. Waskow will feed it over to Pexa, and Pexa will kick it back out. Fielding trying to get hot from 3, still cannot, as that one is missed.
Seeing some frustration there with the Raiders. You know, that's tough. You know what you need to do. You're taking the right shots. Sometimes they're just not falling.
You know, sometimes for a shooter, too, it's just like, I just need one to go through the net.
Yes.
You see that one, and sometimes it just sparks you.
Yes, that's what they're looking for right now.
Bartolo on a drive inside. She's fouled. And Kip not going to be called for it. Instead, the foul will be called against Waskow. Both of them were there. I think Kip got the clean block, but Waskow had some contact, and that's why the foul was in there. You saw Kip was a little like, I blocked that one.
Right.
I think she did, but
Yeah.
she didn't realize Waskow was on the backside and got some contact.
Sure, yeah. Bartolo, just an experienced player, knowing that probably if she drives it in there, something good's going to happen.
Bartolo makes the front end of the free throws. She'll make the back end as well. And Bishop Garrigan adds more on here as they've reached the 37-18 lead. Pexa with the basketball. There's one that falls. Waskow buries a 3.
Waskow's had a couple of those tonight, and that's exactly what they need right now. Like you said, Zarin maybe just takes one to get them going.
Yeah, but she's called for a foul now the other way. As that'll be on the floor. Bartolo is fouled again. Not a shooting foul. Waskow will be charged with her second foul. Inbound pass. They'll go inside to Tigges. Tigges lost it, though, and the ball is loose on the floor. We've got 3-4 bodies, and finally Dunkerton comes up with it, and Dunkerton has numbers. We're 5-on-4. Looking inside for 2. It's no good. Rebound and a block shot for Bishop Garrigan. Tigges gets the block, and good job by the Golden Bears. They were 4-on-5 defensively, and they get the stop.
Yep, hustled back and were able to prevent that easy shot.
Bartolo at the top of the key feeds inside to Tigges. Tigges has it ripped away, but then tied up. It'll be a jump ball that stays with Bishop Garrigan.
It's a good double team collapse there on that. They saw that lob pass coming. Defense collapsed in, able to get hands on it, tie it up.
Bartolo will inbound from the baseline. They'll have 19 seconds on the shot clock. Into Tigges, who's being guarded by Kip. And now the ball is lost, is taken away. They'll go back outside. Three-pointer on the way is no good by Waskow. And she missed it short. And Bishop Garrigan now with Bartolo will feed it back to Alish. Alish thought about a 3, did not decide to shoot it. Alish will drive inside for 2. Her shot is no good. Kip's got the rebound. Another rebound for Kip. And here comes the Raiders of Dunkerton. 3 on the way. Boshin, no good.
Bishop Garrigan has been so good about not allowing second chances. Then there, Bartolo, able to make it count.
Yeah, Bartolo gets a run out the other way. Now Bartolo gets a hand in it. Looking to get another turnover. This time it stays with Dunkerton. Pexa inside the lane at the free throw line. We'll throw it back outside. Now they try to go to Kip, but the pass was instead to Tigges. And here comes Bishop Garrigan running the other way. Bartolo gives it to Alish. Alish shuffles the feet, gives it off to Tigges. Tigges drives inside, hard to the rack, and she scores.
This team worked so well together. That was just a beautiful series, just making good decisions at every step of the way there.
Bishop Garrigan's defense and offense right now too strong, as we'll see this one again. Alish gives it off to Tigges, and Tigges says, I'm going to go one-on-one all the way to the hole. And she scores, kissing that one off the glass. 41-21. The lead in favor of the Golden Bears will come back after this. The IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Back here inside the Casey Center in downtown Des Moines, I'm Zarin Egestal. She's Tammy Blackstone, and it is a 41-21 lead. Bishop Garrigan has had a great start to the second half.
Yeah, they have. Dunkerton is just really having a hard time in the half court against this Bishop Garrigan defense. They're rushing their shots a little bit. They're just not having those opportunities. And it's not because they're doing anything wrong. It's Bishop Garrigan is just doing a really good job on defense and taking them out of their game some.
Can Dunkerton get something started here? Coming out of the timeout. Boshin inside. She's going to try to get it going. Has it blocked once again.
Yeah.
Another block for the Golden Bears. They are racking them up. And we are under a minute here in the third quarter. A 20-point lead. That shot deflected. Now we got three hands on it. Bishop Garrigan somehow comes back with the basketball, and the Golden Bears will get more opportunities. Nielsen and Alish. Alish will step back into a three. That's no good. Rebound this time into the hands of Waskow. Waskow comes across the line.
Right now, Bishop Garrigan has Eastman and Tigas on the bench. If there was ever a time you were going to get it inside to Haley Kipp, now's your time. All right, she got one from the top of the key.
And a splash from the free throw line for Kipp is something that was much needed for Dunkerton. Now shot clock is off. Bishop Garrigan can hold for the final shot of this third quarter, which they will do with Alish. They're going to start the offense with 5. Alish drives all the way inside, has her shot missed, and now a chance at the end of the quarter is out of bounds and won't be enough time for Bishop Garrigan. You're worried with that pass going out of bounds. Fortunately, they got it far enough down the court that it went out of bounds with not enough time to get a shot off here for Bishop Garrigan. That could have been trouble for Dunkerton.
Right.
And that will go to the end of the quarter, 0.1. Not really enough time to really get anything in that situation. Garrigan doesn't rush anything, 41-23. Well, we have reached the final 8 minutes. Bishop Garrigan trying to get back to a state championship game. Dunkerton trying to get to their first. Does Dunkerton have one more comeback left in them? We'll find out when we come back. The IGHSAU Digital Network is powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Back here inside the KC Center, Bishop Garrigan has been to the state tournament 11 times. They have played for the title 4 times in those 11 years. They have won 2 state championships. They have 2 runner-up trophies. The last time they played for a title was 2023, which, as you mentioned earlier, Audie Crooks' senior year. They win the state championship. The seniors on this team were freshmen that year. They have not been back to the state championship since their freshman season.
How you build a dynasty, and that's what we're seeing here. And such a credit to Bishop Garrigan, the fact that their leading scorer only has 3 points today, and they are still winning by so much today. Bartolo stepping up, Tigas stepping up, Alish stepping up. That is the makings of a good team and a potential championship team.
Kipp stepped down for a 3 there. That did not go, and now Bishop Garrigan with a chance to add on. They're going to go inside to Eastman. It is out of bounds. Last touch by Kipp, and so it'll stay with Bishop Garrigan. Bishop Garrigan's first state appearance came in 1996. That was in Class 2A. They lost in a quarterfinal round that first year in 1996 to Appleton Parkersburg. Bartolo will try for a three. That's off the mark. Kipp going for the rebound, but it's out of her hands, into the hands of Tigges. Tigges fighting through two defenders, and she'll score. The sophomore phenom scores again.
Great rebound there by Nielsen and a finish by Tigges. So strong.
Back to a 20-point lead in favor of Bishop Garrigan. On the flip side, Dunkerton with the basketball right now. Their first appearance at the state tournament was back in 2008. And they beat WCLT 70-68 and then lost to Newell Fonda in 2008 in the semifinal round, 81-62. And, of course, we're here a year ago. There's a jump ball that will go to Bishop Garrigan after Dunkerton got it to start. And last year's team, was kind of a surprise to get down here to the state tournament for Dunkerton. They had to upset their way to get down here, and then they played really, really good against the eventual champions in St. Albert.
Yeah, they're absolutely. Yeah, they belong at this state tournament. Absolutely, they earned their way here. They beat Linville Sully 2 days ago by 20 points, and so they're a fantastic team with a great tradition as well. And we've been talking a lot about young players on the Bishop Garrigan side with Madeline Tigges, but Milena Boshin out there here, number 23 for Dunkerton, is just a freshman. And again, this is how you build a good, strong program from the ground up.
The other thing to think about, too, is Ava Feeling's a junior, Pexa's a junior, Waskow's a junior. That's three of your starters that are returning for next year for this Dunkerton team. Of course, you're going to have to replace the inside presence in Haley Kipp, which will, of course, be tough. And then Fetkether, who's a role player in the starting lineup, also will have to be replaced. Both of them are seniors on this team. But for Dunkerton, the cupboards are not dry.
Absolutely not. And, when Haley Kipp graduates, we got her sister, Taylor Kipp. She's a junior, 6'1", had some good minutes 2 days ago here at the state tournament. Haven't seen her yet today, I don't think.
Nope. Nielsen's going to get called for a foul. There was a scramble for a loose ball. Nielsen grabbed Ava Feeling, almost bear hugged her to try to prevent her from getting to the basketball, and so Nielsen will be called for a foul. That'll be her fourth foul, so Nielsen will have 4 now. And referee's quickly going to clean up the floors. We had 3-4 bodies there on the ground. Nielsen will come out with her 4 fouls and a 20-point lead for Bishop Garrigan, 43-23. Dunkerton, do they have one last run in them here? It's going to have to start early in this quarter. Tigges jumps up and bats that one out of bounds.
Dunkerton absolutely has the personnel to hit some quick threes here and make this game look a little bit different, but they just haven't been falling here in the second half.
Quick passing for a 3. It does not go. Rebound. Who's going to come up with it? Boshin fighting with Bartolo. Boshin comes up with it. No, we're going to have a jump ball. Stays with Dunkerton, but a good fight there between Bartolo and Boshin.
Bishop Garrigan just not letting up at all on their defense despite this 20-point lead here in the fourth quarter, and that's what you love to see in a team, just never giving up.
They'll inbound it. Waskow will come inside to Kipp. Kipp turnaround 2 off the glass, too strong, no good. Gets her own rebound, goes back up, and scores. Follow your shot. She did that, grabbed a rebound, and she scored on the second chance.
Yeah, beautiful left-hand control there by Haley Kipp.
Across the line will come Alish with it at the top of the key. Alish in the corner to Bartolo. Bartolo will give it back to Alish, 43-25. Alish at the free throw line. Bartolo will try for another 3. That's no good. It's short. And out of bounds off of Boshin will stay with Bishop Garrigan here with 5:26 to play in the final quarter. Golden Bears will inbound to Alish. Inside and batted out of bounds, trying to go to Eastman. Winner of this game will get Newell Fonda and St. Albert. That game is coming up next here on the IGHSAU Digital Network, the final semifinal of 2025-2026. Inbound pass, 2-pointer, no good. Kipp the rebound. And here comes Dunkerton racing with Boshin. Boshin for 2. Her shot is no good. And the rebound comes out to Eastman. Another rebound for Eastman. She now has 12 rebounds, 3 assists so far in this contest. 3 points for her as well. Tigas nearly throws it away. Bartolo tiptoes the out-of-bounds line, keeps it. Bartolo comes over to Alish here on the near side. Seisha will give it off to Tigas. Tigas looking to drive. Tigas making a move to Eastman. Bartolo will go back to Eastman. Eastman's going to have to shoot a 3, and that'll be a shot clock violation against the Golden Bears. So Bishop Garrigan will turn it over with a shot clock violation.
Yep, another chance here for Dunkerton to come down and look for those shots. At this point, it does need to be 3-pointers if they're going to try to get back in this game, and so they have been trying. But once again, here we're looking at some full-court defense. Bishop Garrigan doesn't want to make it easy.
You saw Coach Schwab of Bishop Garrigan on your screen a moment ago. 15th year here at Bishop Garrigan, 19th year coaching girls basketball. He spent 4 years at Benton Schellsburg, and there's a 3 knocked down by Pexa. So there's one of the 3s you were talking about. They're going to try to work their way back into them. Got to start hitting a lot of them. Eastman looking for 2 more, has her shot blocked, gets her own rebound, and misses again. Alish, a 3rd opportunity now for the Golden Bears. Gets it out to Bartolo, and Bartolo will set up the offense, 43-28. They hit a 3. Now you're looking for a defensive stop.
Yep, you are. You're not looking to give 3 opportunities on the offensive side to your opponent, but that was what happened there.
Missed again. Pexa against Eastman for 2, no good. Rebound by Fueling, also no good. 2 looks inside the paint. Neither of them go for the Raiders of Dunkerton.
Bishop Garrigan probably here looking to take their time, breathe, look for a good shot. Still looking to score, of course, but they can take some time off the clock here.
And that will be a timeout for Coach Schwab. It'll be a full timeout. Let's take it away. We're going to step away. 43-28 here on the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Back here inside the Casey Center in Des Moines, and one of the things really pops out here on the stat chart to us is the shooting percentages for both of these two teams. Dunkerton is shooting 9 of 50 in this game for 18%. Bishop Garrigan 17 of 51 for 33%. 3-pointers are fairly even, 4 made by each team. Free throws are also fairly close to each other, but the field goal percentage, 9 of 50 for the Raiders.
That's made all the difference. And it's not that the Raiders are missing uncontested shots. It's that tough defense of Bishop Garrigan. They're getting a hand on a lot of those. They're getting a lot of block shots as well, tipping them away, just swarming that defense, just making it difficult for Dunkerton to get any sort of a clean look at the basket.
Nielsen sent to inbound to Bartolo. Bartolo to Eastman. She missed the shot, and the rebound comes back to Dunkerton. So there's the stop. Dunkerton got a 3 on their last trip. Can they score some more points here? Waskow's going to try for a 3. There you go. Back-to-back 3s for Dunkerton. Is this a run here for the Raiders? The fans behind us sure hope so. They're on their feet as life is back, and now there's a steal. Dunkerton's got a steal. Here come the Raiders. And Bartolo is out of bounds. It will stay with Dunkerton. Waskow racing the other way. Dunkerton with back-to-back 3s. And a chance. Look at the Dunkerton student section. They're excited.
Nice spark there by Abby Waskow, giving her 9 points on the day. And Dunkerton able to keep it here and have another shot.
Kip with it inside the lane. Kip working on Eastman, and Eastman blocks Kip and takes away the scoring chance for Dunkerton. Bartolo at the free throw line, and she's going to bounce it back out. Onto your point earlier, normally in a normal sense, Bartolo probably would take a 2 there, but might as well take some time off this clock.
Right, they've got that advantage.
And a blocking foul is called. Eastman will go to the free throw line for a pair, as the blocking foul will be called on Fetkether. And Fetkether will be charged with the foul. Eastman will go back to the free throw line. Let's watch this one. I like the pass by Nielsen. Just feeds inside to Eastman, and we get the blocking foul on Fetkether.
Right. Gotta leave him room to come down and land. And that time, Eastman did not have quite enough room to land. Gracelyn Eastman here at the line. First team All-State as a freshman. She's a junior now. She's been good throughout her career, has 1,000 points. Really versatile, hard to stop. Not a huge scoring presence today. I believe she's got 4, make it 5, but 14 rebounds. She's just such a presence.
5 points, 14 rebounds, as Tammy mentioned, for the inside presence for Bishop Garrigan. Good move inside for 2 by Pexa, and she'll score. Now pressure defense here for Dunkerton. They'll pick up the pressure looking for a steal. Across the line, Ferris comes with it. Ferris is going to pull a 3. No good. Maybe not the shot that Bishop Garrigan wanted there. Now Pexa going back the other way. She'll try for a 3. That is no good. That really could have lit the lamp here for Dunkerton if that 3 would have fallen. And we've got a foul. No, we got a timeout. So a timeout before the foul. One official had a foul. The other official had called a timeout prior to there for Coach Schwab and Bishop Garrigan. And so the officials will agree that the timeout from Coach Schwab came in before the foul onto one of his athletes. Wouldn't matter too much. It's not like it would have sent him to the line or anything, as that would have been just foul number 2 of the quarter against Dunkerton. But here we go. We got a 45-33 ball game here.
Right.
It takes one stop at a bucket, and you got some momentum.
It does. This was a 20-point game, and Dunkerton, here in this fourth quarter, at not giving up and finding the basket a couple of times, putting on that pressure defense, making a couple more good things happen. They're going to have to keep it up, but you're absolutely right. Just a couple more scores and stops could turn this game and give them a shot.
They are outscoring Bishop Garrigan 10-4 in this fourth quarter. They've got Bartolo trapped for a moment. Tigas is able to get out of it. Tigas gets it up to Nielsen. Nielsen did not see Eastman wide open, and now it's taken away. Here comes Pexa. Pexa one-on-one with Nielsen. Pexa scores, and we've got a 10-point game from 20 to 10. Tigas looking to inbound the basketball, and it's taken away again. Another steal for Dunkerton. A 3 for Fielding is good! Just like that, the Raiders are alive. And now a block. No, she stepped out of bounds. It's a turnover. Oh, my goodness.
There, and I'm starting to think it's you. These games where the tide turns so quickly here. I mean, still, Bishop Garrigan with a 7-point lead, but we got a replay here to see that hit.
And we've been waiting for Ava Fielding to get into this game, and she knocks one down there. They force Bartolo into a turnover. And here we go. The Raiders are alive, trying to make their first ever state basketball championship game. Knocked out in the quarterfinals last year, knocked out in the semifinals in 2008. Pexa on the left. Pexa gives it off to the freshman, Boshin. No good. That almost fell in there for Boshin. Bartolo with the rebound. Bartolo gives it off. And now Alish trying to bring it across the line, and they're going to foul Alish. The one issue for Dunkerton is that is only the second team foul. They still got to foul 3 more times to send Bishop Garrigan to the free throw line.
They probably 2 minutes ago didn't think they'd be in this position where they need those, but here we are.
45-38. Does Dunkerton have a miracle left back in them? The glass slipper. Is it here in Des Moines? We will find out as Dunkerton has made this from a 20-point game down to 45-38, just 7 points, outscoring Bishop Garrigan 15-4 here in this fourth quarter. Second quarter and third quarter didn't get outscored too badly, 14-10 and 13-8, but that first quarter, that big run for Bishop Garrigan is kind of the difference right now, but 15-4 here in the fourth quarter, Tammy.
Yeah, absolutely. Dunkerton is showing why they belong here at the state tournament. Absolutely showing their skill and their passion and their fire here. They're not going to be able to, that last possession of theirs took too long. It took too long, didn't end in a score. This is time for that sense of urgency clearly here with 46 seconds left in the game, and they're going to need some quick scores to stay alive.
Looking for a steal. No, they don't get it. Bartolo will get fouled by Kip. That'll be foul number 3 on Kip. The good news for Dunkerton, nobody really in trouble foul-wise. You don't have to worry about who's fouling who. That way you can hopefully foul more quickly. If you're worried about somebody with 4 fouls out there trying to get somebody else in to commit the foul, sometimes could take some more time off the clock. Eastman will get fouled by Kip.
Right. Good quick foul. As soon as you know you're not getting that steal, the foul needs to come, and that's what happened there.
Now Kip can't foul. She committed the first 2 in this sequence, so now she has 4. You don't want to lose Kip in this game.
Right.
So you can't have Kip fouling now. And they'll throw it away. It's Dunkerton basketball. 45-38. And Dunkerton's going to get an opportunity here. But again, to your point, they've got to score quickly. Cannot take a lot of time off this clock.
Right.
Pexa's going to go all the way to the rim, and she lost it out of bounds, but they're going to say it was tipped out by Bishop Garrigan. Fortunate there for the Raiders. They're going to hang on to it.
They were after a quick 2. That's smart.
At this point, it's kind of whatever's open. If you got a lane to run in, go. If you got a kick out 3, let's take it. At this point, with 36 seconds remaining, 45-38. Inbound to Kip. Got to hurry. Kip gives it off to Fielding. Fielding for 3. No good, a bit strong. That one looked like it was going to go, and they're going to foul Bartolo, which is not who they wanted to foul, but of course, you don't really have a choice. You got to foul whoever. But Bartolo is normally about automatic from the free throw line.
When you got to stop the clock, you just have to stop it no matter what.
Bartolo, 90% free throw shooter this season for Bishop Garrigan. Can she pick up 2 big ones here? The first one rattles home for Bartolo to make it 46-38. And Bartolo will get one more opportunity. Hits off the back iron, rolls in. And again, you got to hurry if you are Dunkerton. Pexa across the line. Pexa hands it off to Fielding. Fielding, they got to go. Somebody's got to put a shot up. It will be Pexa from deep. Oh, that one almost went. Rebound is into Bartolo. Bartolo racing the other way. She'll miss the 2. Rebound by Tigges. 8 seconds remaining. And Bishop Garrigan is going to get fouled, but the Golden Bears are on their way back to the state championship game in Class 1A. They have not played in the state championship since their title runs in 2000, 2001, 2002, and 2003. They were the runners-up in 2000 and 2001. They were the champions in 2002 and 2003. And they're heading back to the title game for the first time since that title in 2003, 2023.
Right here we see these Dunkerton starters coming out of the game. What a great season and a great career.
So some more substitutions will come in for Dunkerton as Bishop Garrigan will sub as well, and they're going to get an applause from the Golden Bear fans across the way. The Dunkerton fans were treated to a little bit of a comeback here by the Raiders, making it close at the end of this one, but it's not going to be enough as Bishop Garrigan is going to go back to the title game, and they will await the winner of the next game between Newell Fonda and St. Albert. And the clock will run out, and the Golden Bears officially are playing for the title in Class 1A. They have been ranked number 1 or number 2 this entire season. They have gone up against the big dogs, playing 5A Valley, played 2 games against 3A state tournament for a city. Had to win 3 games this season against Lake Mills, who has been ranked in Class 1A. North Union was ranked for much of this season as well, another team that they had to beat twice this season. Newman Catholic was ranked earlier this year. Their crosstown rivals in Algona were ranked and played in a regional final in Class 3A. They have played a great schedule, and that has got them into a title game.
Yeah, they have been dominant this whole season, and you saw it here. Their defense really won this game for them. Tremendous balance on offense, even when their leading scorer was not their leading scorer tonight.
Let's go downstairs for the awards.
Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the IGHSAU, our Executive Director, Aaron Gerlich, and Basketball Administrator, Gary Ross. Congratulations to head coach Brad Turpin and the Dunkerton Raiders on an outstanding basketball season. Now we'd like to recognize today's Quick Star of the game, Emmy Bartolo. She advances her team on the bracket to the championship round. Bishop Garrigan fans, her team advances to the 1A championship and will play Saturday.
Well, Tammy, what a game. Early on, it was a close game, back and forth defensive battle. Bishop Garrigan looked like they were going to run away with it in the end, and Dunkerton said not so fast. They made it a contest, but in the end, it's the Golden Bears to play for the crown in 1A.
It was, and congratulations to Dunkerton on their season and their fight and their spirit here at the state tournament, and be able to come back a little bit in that fourth quarter, showing a spark, giving us a game. But absolutely congratulations to Bishop Garrigan, certainly proving they're right here to move on to the championship.
Well, we have one more semifinal to go before our championship games start later tonight. It will be the other 1A semifinal, and it will be a good one between St. Albert and Newell Fonda. Daniel Versteg, and you will have that game here in just a couple of minutes.
I'll be right back here.
You'll be right back here for that contest. Hopefully you can join us. Final score, Bishop Garrigan 47, Dunkerton 38. For our entire crew here in this contest, Lucas was on camera. Randy Nielsen was our director.